Little Louie Toy Company. You and your sister Karen Johnson, started. And who's Louie? The little rabbit guy, or girl, or whoever? Who's that?
I think it's a boy, actually.
I think it's a boy? Okay.
I guess we never decided.
Yeah.
But I guess I've always thought it was a little boy.
Yeah. And the inspiration behind him?
Well, my sister and I had a stuffed animal that came with another stuffed animal. And it was a big rabbit holding a little rabbit. And my mom always called me Little Lori. And then my sister started calling me Little Louie.
Oh, okay.
And of course, as I got older now, she just calls me Louie. But the rabbit, she said, oh, look, it's holding it. It's like that little rabbit. It was me, and the bigger one was her, because I'm 3 years younger than she is.
Oh.
So when it's 3 years, sometimes you got the gap that looks
Sure.
more obvious. And so I became Little Louie. I'm not sure where she came up with Louie from, but that suddenly was my nickname.
Okay. So it's actually named after you?
Yeah.
After your nickname?
And my sister's the one who thought of it, so it's not me saying, oh, I want to be Little Louie.
Yeah.
She's like, let's name it Little Louie.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great name. And you guys, what I thought was really neat too is, because you're just really getting this toy company off the ground.
Yep.
That you're not doing, the toy market, my older sister has 10 kids. My little sister has one with another one on the way. So plenty of presents to have to buy.
Yeah.
And everything is battery operated and multisensory and overload. And your toys, very simplistic. Back to the day of the sensory overload has to come from your imagination. It doesn't just happen for you and you watch it. Was that part of the inspiration behind the way that you
It is.
Design the toys?
Because kids have so many things that are technology that they aren't separating themselves outside of the box that they're playing with, and they're not striking up their own imagination. Everything is kind of telling them how to think and what to do next and what game to buy next, and it's really not making them imaginative. And imagination is what started this country being so great. You have to have imagination in order to produce new things. And I feel like our generation is being deprived because everything's being told to them. This is what you're going to want, this is how you're going to play it, and this is the next best thing. And it's not really, when you play and you actually have figures in your hands, you can think, what's going to happen next to this toy? What adventure are they going to go on next? Are they going to go camping? Are they going to fall down a waterfall? Mm-hmm. There isn't any of that anymore. It's just kind of shoot 'em up or...
Yeah, it really is. So is that do you plan to introduce new toys that all have that same kind of simplistic purpose, actually, but
Right.
that the child gets to define what the outcome is with it?
And every toy will have a story. So every story that's made, there's toys that come with it. So they have a launch point. They know the names of the characters. They know kind of their story. They can play that story out, and then they can continue with their own imaginations. Because kids tend to need a push start, a jump start, and then they're like, oh, okay, well, this character acts like this, so I'm going to continue acting this way with this character. And then they can continue on, just knowing my own childhood and playing with toys.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what about the book, the Mermaid Tales, when you were writing that and illustrating it, and I know you have a whole line of paper dolls that go along with it.
Right.
Was that part of the idea, or did you sort of get that as an afterthought almost?
Afterthought.
Afterthought. Okay.
Because I wanted to play with these characters, and I thought, paper dolls, they're simple, they're environmentally friendly, everything's printed with soy-based inks and recycled papers, and that way kids can play with them, and if they don't want them and they end up in a landfill, it doesn't hurt anyone.
And will that be the same for any other new toys that you introduce?
All the toys will be landfill friendly.
Landfill friendly. Well, good. So what's the next step for you? Where do you see yourself going from here?
I actually have another business that I want to do, and
I'm not surprised for some reason.
Once the toy company's launched and stable, I want to launch a greeting card company. And I've had that on the back burner since 2000.
Okay.
So I have them all half produced, but not fully produced, kind of like this story was.
Uh-huh.
So when this is going, I'm going to produce those, and they'll have little inspirational quotes in them that people can carry with them. So I don't want to give too much detail because it's not produced yet.
Right. Any messages from God via the TV or anything on those?
Not via
yet?
the TV, but it goes back to that whole, if God put it in your heart and it's something you really want to do,
You need to do it.
you have to do it,
Yeah.
because it's going to benefit so many other people. And so, of course, the card company that I had on the back burner since 2000, I'm like, okay, God, I'll do that next because you are telling me to.
Yeah. Well, Laura, we're out of time already, but I want to thank you so much for coming on. It was really a pleasure to meet you, and I love your outlook on things. I think you have a great outlook, and it just shines through. So,
Thank you.
I appreciate your time, and really a pleasure meeting you.
It's really nice meeting you too.
So, you guys, you can check out. Actually, why don't you go ahead and give me the website that folks can go to for if they wanted to purchase your book.
Yeah, they can go to www.littlelouistoycompany.com.
littlelouistoycompany.com. And of course, the Troutdale House is another venue, another business venture that Laura has going. You can check that out. And stay tuned. We'll see what the Squirrel's up to in another year. So thanks you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Do you have a guest idea? Let us know. Go to localite.com.